Do billionaires create jobs? Do they? Let's look at it. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, one of the first things he did was sack thousands of people to introduce AI. Meta have recently sacked thousands of people to introduce AI. Amazon sacking people, introducing AI. You get the theme. These are people where Elon Musk's own wealth is about $740 billion, almost $1 trillion, and he's sacking people to replace them with AI. Similar pattern for Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, similar pattern for Amazon and Bezos. So if billionaires really created jobs, why are they sacking people to replace them with AI? It's this ridiculous myth that people seem to say, well, capitalism or billionaires made your iPhone. No, they didn't. People made it. It's like if there wasn't billionaires, we'd all just be sat around starving, not doing anything because we have no billionaire overlords to control us. What billionaires really do is they capitalize on our profits. So when those people who build a house or make your iPhone or whatever it is that they're doing, do their job, the billionaires take their share of the profits. They save up all that money. They keep collecting more and more money, and then they gorge on fat and lard and poor people and all those various things. So essentially billionaires, they don't make jobs, and nor do billionaires create wealth. They simply hoard it. I always think of Smaug from The Hobbit sitting on their gold. Now this is what people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos do. Now it's not to say they've not had good ideas, it's not to say they've not worked hard, but the point is they don't work harder than, say, nurses, doctors, or the factory workers, or the bus drivers, or the people who actually keep the country going. Just look at the pandemic. When we had the pandemic, the first thing we realised was there were key workers that we needed to actually keep the economy and the country going. Now it wasn't billionaires. It was nurses, it was teachers, it was shop assistants, it was transport links, it was the people who fix the roads and do the infrastructure, it was the civil servants. These are the people that we really need to keep the country going. So billionaires don't create jobs, they don't create wealth, and they don't support workers either. When you look at places like Google, anti-union, Meta, anti-union, X, anti-union, Amazon, anti-union, McDonald's, anti-union. Why? Because they don't want workers grouping together, getting better paying conditions. They want to exploit people for as much profit as they can, and that's why they get to be billionaires, because they're psychopaths, they're sociopaths. They only care about their own greed, and they'll never be sated. I mean, look at Elon Musk. He's possibly the world's most unhappy man, and the richer he gets, the more unhappy he gets, because it's not going to solve his problem. He's a deeply troubled man who is taking it out on the rest of us, trying to buy power and buy influence because he feels insecure and unloved or whatever it is. But this narrative around billionaires being wealth creators has to end. What they usually are is tax dodgers, and what they usually are is cutthroat people who will stab people in the back to get ahead, and what they pretty much always are is exploiters who will take advantage of workers, or the peasants or serfs as they probably see us in their mind, to keep filling their coffers and growing richer and richer and richer. So whenever you hear that narrative, please challenge it. Capitalism didn't make your phone, it just capitalized the profits. Billionaires don't make jobs, they simply take a share of the profits. Let's keep challenging that whenever we hear it. So the other thing when we talk about billionaires is it's really hard for people like you or me to conceptualize what that actually means. £1,000 million is £1 billion. What on earth could you possibly ever spend that money on? So Elon Musk has £740 billion. Now that is enough to end world poverty for many years. It's enough to make sure every homeless person on the planet will be housed, to feed every single hungry person, and to make sure every person has access to clean drinking water, and to reforest the Amazon rainforest. That is just one man's wealth. Now, when we look at all the billionaires and all that excess wealth that they have that is stored up, locked away, or in offshore accounts, or in the Cayman Islands, or wherever it is, in gold bars, under their bed, or whatever they like to do with all their money, that's money that's not in circulation in the system. That's money that's not going around being spent in local businesses. That's money that's not going around. It's harmful to the economy having billionaires. Not only is it parasitic and unnecessary, it actually harms the economy. Now, why don't we just tax wealth over £1 billion at 100% and bring that money back into the NHS, bring that money back into our schools, bring that money back into the environment? Because billionaires make their money off of us. They benefit from our roads, they benefit from our schools, they benefit from our hospitals, they walk on our streets, they learn it in the school system, they use our transport, they use our infrastructure. They're not isolated, they didn't create that stuff for themselves. They then learn their culture from shared hundreds, thousands of years of culture of learning. They use that, that's what they learn, that's what they capitalize on. What they do is just turn that into excessive money for themselves. So let's just tax all wealth over £1 billion at 100%, and let's redistribute it. Let's put it back into the economy and let's use it for good. Let's educate children, let's heal the sick, let's invest in hospitals, community centres and youth clubs. It's time to end this charade that billionaires are useful for the planet. They're harmful.